Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. The first thing I want to say is thank you to all the new subscribers to my channel, and I also want to apologize for my long hiatus from uploading videos. What you're looking at is the total redo of my 75-gallon aquarium that I used to call the Crooked Root. As I mentioned before, I have been renovating my house, so it required that I move most of my larger tanks to their permanent position. And in doing so, of course, it's hard to move a tank, 75 gallons, it's hard to move a tank intact. So rather than do that, I had had the tank up for a year, so I decided to redo it. Basically, I kept the same theme as far as the hardscape. It's about 75% finished. I do have fish in it, even though it's not finished with either the planting or the hardscape. I'm still waiting on the La Plata sand from ADA that's going to go in the far right corner of the tank. And I think I'm going to add a couple of more pieces of the red lava rock to give it a more natural appearance. I've eliminated a lot of the plants. I did reuse most of the wood that was in the tank. I just put it into a different configuration. Unfortunately, this time of the time that it took to complete the room and move the tank and so forth, I did lose a couple of fish, but not many. As you can see, the emperor tetras are absolutely glorious. They've spawned in this tank, and a few of their prodigy are actually in the tank. I initially started with 5, and there are quite a, I believe there are 10 that have survived this ordeal and so forth. And those are some of the younger ones there. There's 1 male and I think about 4 females that survived that are the prodigy of the original 5 that I added to the tank. In this tank, I'm going to really simplify the aquascape. I've looked at a couple of the aquascapes that have been done on YouTube and decided that since I did have quite a bit of this needle leaf Java fern, I mean, it had grown in, tremendously in this tank. I decided to use it as the major planting element in the tank. I still haven't worked out the other plantings. I'm thinking about a carpet of glossostigma, or perhaps another ground cover, lobelia, or something to that effect, but something really bright green. I'm also going to upgrade the lighting to LED. Currently there's a T5 fixture on the tank, which is a little old and really drains a lot of resources in terms of electrical use and so forth. So I've decided to go with the Phoenix Ray 2. I was really satisfied with it on the aquarium I call the Riverbank. So I'm going to upgrade the lighting system on this tank. And I'm also going to use a different an inline CO2 diffuser. I was using it on my 100-gallon tank, which again had to be moved, so I didn't quite finish setting it up, so that was good. I didn't really sacrifice a lot there other than moving the tank itself to the basement. A lot of things have gone on in the fish room. I have a dedicated fish room, as I told you before. I am renovating the house, so there was a lot of foundation work, and the room that I originally set aside for the fish room has been finally finished, and the basement has been closed off. So I have got a dedicated fish room, and I really can't wait to upload those videos of that that almost completed room with my aquariums in it, all in one room instead of scattered throughout my house. But I want to give you a quick view of this tank and the progression of this tank. Really, my aquascaping skills have developed over the years, and all you got to do is go through some of my videos and you'll see that I've really learned a lot from you guys and from watching a lot of the videos. So I'd like for you to continue and watch as I develop this tank. And also, I'm going to have to redo the 100-gallon tank again, and I'm really excited about it because I have some exciting things for it. This tank, again, is a 75-gallon tank. It has an Eheim filter. Again, I'm going to replace the fluorescent T5 fixture. It's a full bulb fixture with about 216 watts to a more economical, LED fixture. I'm really sold on the LEDs. I love the way the plants grow, so I'm really excited about it. As far as the fauna in this tank, I'm definitely going to keep the emperor tetras. Again, I just find them incredible fish. They're really quite interesting, very peaceful. I'm not sure about the other inhabitants yet. Currently, there are about 10 amber tetras in here. I added 2 Fundula panchex gardneri that I just had, and they were just, in another tank that I needed. So I transferred them to this tank, and they're in here now. They were really small when I put them in here, and they did survive. They're quite aggressive fish, actually, so they do quite well in the community setting. And they'll get quite large in this tank. But I wanted to give you a quick preview of this tank prior to my finishing it, so that you can see how it develops and so forth. I really like the contrast of the lava rock to this black aqua soil. Actually, this is the new contra soil. I believe ADU Aquascaping describes it very well. It actually is, I'm really sold on it. I have ordered 6 bags of it. This is the large grain, and I also have a bag of it comes in fine and extra fine. I thought the fine was really too small for my use. It would be okay in a tank, a really, really small tank, but really in a larger aquarium, I'm going to use the fine and this regular size, control soil for the tanks. And again, I'm really sold on it because actually, again, as Dave points out, it does not have the dust that the ADA soil has, and plus it's cheaper. Again, you can get it on Amazon. The shipping's free. The only problem I had with the bag, one of the bags that I received initially, was that it had broke. However, it didn't leak out of the packaging, so I still got the full 20 pounds. And again, it's $45 delivered, and I live in Kentucky, and they're located in California. And again, as Dave points out, I got it within 3 days, so they ship it priority in a flat rate box. So, it's really a good deal, and I advise all you guys to get it because the soil itself is incredible. I've used it in another tank where I'm growing some Pastemagon Helfreni, and the plants are doing great. So I highly recommend it. And guys, I want you to look forward to some of the videos that will be upcoming. I've been breeding a lot of fish. I have a lot of killies, a lot of babies in the fish room, some really, really rare ones, and also some fairly common killies. But in the upcoming videos, you'll see some of the newer fish that I've hatched out recently. And again, guys, I do apologize for not uploading any videos. But, I did decide to go back to work, and, it was a hassle. I did go back for a little while, But you know, it got to be such an ordeal that I went back to my semi-retirement, and I guess I was feeling kind of lonely for that you know, 12-hour day, but I soon got real tired of that. So I'm back home now, and actually I just wanted to get away from all the dust and debris in the house. So, but I'm back at home, and again, there'll be some exciting things happening in the fish room. And guys, just stay tuned for some of my upcoming videos on some of the new killies and also my fish room. I look forward to showing you how I set all of that up. And again, guys, thank you for watching my channel. I'm well over 325 subscribers. I'm really happy about that, and I'm really happy about all the views, the people that watch my channel, especially some of my viewers in Europe who really have commented and emailed me regarding you know, my aquariums and some of my killifish. I'm also, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm really developing a website to sell some of my killies. I really don't like to do that, but I've had so many questions and emails about people purchasing them that, and normally I sell them to a couple of pet shops across the country, but you know, they don't go over too well here locally. But I decided I'd go into a more retail situation since I have been raising them and shipping them for years. I decided to do that, so look forward to updates on that. But guys, I want you to follow along as this aquarium develops, and again, I'm really excited about it. And I'm going to give you a close-up view of some of these emperors and let you really get a good look at them, and they are truly a sight to behold. So once again, guys, thanks for watching, and look forward to some of the updates I have coming out. Thanks again.